Good afternoon. Welcome to TGR Exotics in Spring, Texas. We welcome you to our live on the Wildside. This afternoon, we'd like to introduce you to my friend Apothis. Apothis is an African serval. He's trying to steal something out of my pocket right now. Like I said, he's from Africa. Now, he doesn't live in the desert. He lives south of the Sahara Desert in the Savannahs, which are grassy lands with a few trees, and they like to be near water.
So what's in that? Is there anything in that box?
Yes, he's very smart. That's a mouse in there. That was supposed to be for later, but he sniffed it out and stole it. Anyhow, Apothis is 17 years old. Oh, he is. Got his prey, and he's walking away. He's 17 years old, which means he's a bit of a senior. Now, servals in the wild only live to be about 10 years old. And in captivity, they tend to live between 20 and 23. So like I said, he's a bit of a senior. As you can tell, he's lost his young boy figure.
Just trying to get to that. So this is a paper towel tube.
Yes, and you don't like to mess with kitties when they've got their prey. That is a no-no. They've got their prey. They're not giving it up. So we'll just watch him tear up this paper towel roll, and I'll tell you a few things about him. Okay, so in the wild, they weigh about anywhere from 20 to 40 pounds. Now he's a little plump. He's somewhere between 30, 35 pounds. As you see, his diet has rodents in it. In the wild, he would eat birds, rodents, reptiles, frogs, and even fish. Here at TGR Exotics, we feed him a diet of, we give him some high quality dry cat food that keeps his teeth nice and clean. We also give him what's known as carnivore meat. It's a special meat that is formulated just for zoos. And we also give him an afternoon snack of a rodent. On Fridays, we call it Prey Day, where we give all our cats a large rat, a rabbit, or something that they would normally get in the wild. It helps, again, with the bones in it, help keep their teeth clean, and it just gives them a little taste of their natural instincts where they can hunt. Now, we do not serve live animals here. We love all animals, and so we get them frozen, already dead, but he doesn't care. As you can see, he likes them. Anyhow.
Does anyone have any questions for Julie? So a couple people just joined us at the beginning, and tell everyone who this animal is.
Oh, this is Apothis, our African serval. And he's 17 years old. He is a strict carnivore, which means he cannot eat, he doesn't have the enzymes to digest other things. That's why when your cat goes out and eats grass, he vomits. He does not have the enzymes in his stomach to digest anything but meat. Strictly carnivores. They're obligate carnivores.
Jennifer says, hello, Julie.
Hi, Jennifer.
Justin said, I bet that serval poops a lot.
No, he really poops about once. I usually find 1 to 2 piles a day. He does have a little area in his enclosure that's a kind of like a litter box area. It's got mulch in it, so it's kind of natural, and he uses that. He doesn't do it all over the place.
Christina wants to know, how long do they live?
Servals live to be about 10 years in the wild and 20 to 23 in captivity.
He knows what we have.
Toys up here for him. Yes,
He
he's very
smells
smart.
our treats that we brought for
Yes, we brought
him.
some enrichments for him. In captivity, we like to do things to help stimulate their natural behaviors and keep them from getting bored. So here's a few of the things we like to do. So in the wild, they're great hunters. In fact, they are one of the best cat hunters there are. His kill ratio is about 50%. So he is one of the best hunters. He likes rodents, birds.
Oh, look and see what Miss Julie has. So
Yes.
these, just so everyone knows, these are feeder goldfish. At Petco, they sell goldfish that are strictly for feeding other animals. And so that's what these are. They're not your pet goldfish. These are the goldfish you would buy to feed other animals.
And this is a behavior he would exhibit in the wild. They use those long, beautiful legs to snatch mole rats out of their burrows or reach into the waters and hook a fish. And he is very good at it.
Jessica asked, he seems very domesticated. Is it just because he's used to y'all?
Well, yes, he is tame. He is not domestic. Domestic is something that has to do with genetics. He is tame. He was hand-raised here at TGR, and he interacts with humans every day. So yes, he is tame. He is not domestic.
Christina says, are they like regular cats? They seem like it.
Okay, small cats, which he is considered a small cat, they do have a lot of similarities in their characteristics, their physical characteristics, and their behaviors. So they are domestic cats. In fact, like I said, he is a small cat. We have small cats and large cats. Large cats are like your tigers and lions. And the thing that distinguishes a small cat from a large cat is not necessarily their size as much as their hyoid bone. That's a bone in their throat, which allows them to purr. It's hardened. So big cats roar, small cats purr.
Let's see, who was this? Sky wants to know, does he have a mate?
No, he doesn't. He's an old guy. He's past the
Are these
reproductive
solitary
years.
animals, though?
Yes, cats are solitary animals. They like to live by themselves, and they only come together for mating. The rest of the time, they like to be by themselves. So he's quite content by himself with his human companions.
And then Nicole, you just joined us, asked again, how old is he?
17. And again, in captivity, lived to be 20 to 23 years old. Now, all cats have similar features, like these big ears that give them acute hearing, those big, beautiful eyes.
And why does he need big ears?
Oh, so he can hear his prey. He is very good at, like I said earlier, he can, in the wild, he likes rodents, so he can hear the rodents creeping around the grass, but he can also hear them down in their burrows underground. And they will sit and wait outside the burrow till the rodent comes close to the opening and then reach in with these extremely long legs and snatch them out. Now, they do have the longest legs in proportion to their body of all cats.
Amber asked, how much do they weigh?
Okay. They're supposed to weigh between 20 to 40 pounds. The females are usually smaller. Apothis here is somewhere between 30 and 35. Like I said, he's older. He's not as active as he used to be. He's not out in the wild hunting for his food. It's served to him in a silver bowl daily.
Dottie says, is he full since he isn't eating the fish that fast? It's more of something fun to do.
It's fun to do. Servals like to play with their food. So he's having fun fishing them out. He will probably eat them later, or maybe not. I mean, he did have his breakfast this morning. I've never seen him get full, but he's mostly just enjoying fishing right now.
Hi, Macy. Macy's joining us from California. Today we also have Cheryl, who says she's watching from Colorado Springs. What's the weather like there today?
Not too bad. It's a little overcast. It's going to rain this afternoon, but it's, what do you say, going around the mid-70s?
Yeah, it's really nice here today. Really nice. I'm trying not to show y'all too much fish guts. And you can see cats' favorite things too.
Yeah, so they like scents a whole lot. So we like to, and all cats, I don't care, big, small, domestic, wild, they like their boxes. But they also like different scents. So, what do you think of that? You smell it? Smell it? Oh, he likes that. He's got to clean his paws.
Feet.
He's, wait a minute, I have to clean myself. I'm a cat. We're very clean.
So part of the stuff we were asking for in the donations, was fragrances. Julie, if you'll show the thing there. So this one's from the dollar store. I think it's supposed to smell like Chanel No. 5. But all the animals like different scents, and the cats absolutely love like Chanel No. 5. So we buy the knockoff for $1, and they absolutely love it. So now he's back over here playing. Hi from Cash and Rosie in Texas. Oh, I smell that now. Cheap perfume.
So the Serval, when he hunts, he's his method of hunting is more of a pounce. He's a great jumper with those big back, those nice long back legs there. They can jump 5-6 feet in the air and catch birds. They do that by clasping the bird and bringing it down, or with a swoop, knocking it out of the air. And then a lot of times they will pound them to knock them out or to stun them before they bite them and kill them. But servals do like to play with their food. As you noticed your kitty at home, they do like to play with their food sometimes.
Denise, her daughter Ruby wants to know how she can do your job when she grows up. That's a great question for Julie.
Yes, it is. Well, me personally, I started out, I was working as a veterinary technician, but I also did a lot of volunteer work at different sanctuaries and zoos, and then I went to college. There's a college in Santa Fe, Florida, called Santa Fe College Zookeeping School. It is the only AZA accredited zookeeping college in the country. It's a 2-year degree. It's an associate's degree where you not only learn the academics of the animals, the different breeds and habitats and breeding behaviors, but you also work as a keeper. It's a 2-year program, and it's hands-on. And like I said, it's the only AZA accredited. They also teach you things like building enclosures, so you get familiar with tools, the scientific names. It's a very good school, and it's the only one, and it can get you into the field. Now, most zookeeping jobs nowadays, they require at least a bachelor's degree. Now, going to Santa Fe College, it is so well known that combined with some volunteer work and internships can also get you into the zoo field. But most zoos want you to have a bachelor's. So they want you to know what you're doing with your animals, and they don't want any dummies in this field. It's you've got to be smart, you've got to be on your toes. When you work with exotic animals, any mistake, you can get hurt.
Awesome question, Ruby. Thank you. Hi, Kristen. Thanks for joining us today. And yes, we're eating goldfish today, amongst other things. Any other questions for Julie regarding Apothis, our serval? Oh, she has another treat. You hear his talking to her.
He knows these things too.
Another paper towel roll. So in that list of my recycle donate that I put out there was paper towel rolls, paper bags, and I want to thank Jen for stopping by today and dropping off bags and boxes. Donna giving us boxes and an awesome big bag of grapes. And then the day before yesterday, Angela and Vern went around their neighborhood. So they live in a neighborhood here in Spring that has lots of citrus trees. So they probably brought us 50 pounds of grapefruit they collected in the neighborhood, oranges, loquats, which is actually all the primates, the gibbons, the monkeys, the bears, their favorite things, the loquats, and then they've been getting kumquats as well. But thanks for going around your neighborhood and collecting all that awesome produce and washing it as well.
Oh, I did want to mention to people that are watching here today and see Apothis and how friendly he is. Normally I come in, he gets in my lap, he drools all over me and rubs on me. And so from that, people might think he makes a good pet. These are not good pets. And some of the reasons, well, as you see, he's a lot like your house cat, but he's got bigger claws and bigger teeth. And with those bigger claws and bigger teeth, they will trash your furniture. Whereas your little kitty leaves little holes in your couch, well, he will rip the arms off. My little kitties at home, they occasionally scratch me. Mind you, they have much bigger claws, and the scratches are, I mean, he's a cat. He gets wound up. He doesn't mean anything bad by it. He just gets playful. So for that reason, it's not good to have one of these. Also, cats like to scent their territory. Males and females, they will do this by urinating and clawing and spraying. So they will walk around your house urinating to mark their territory. Not good for having guests over. It's not fun. And you never know what you're going to get. You know, you can hand raise them, but they are wild animals and you don't know what you're going to get. A lot of people take on small animals when they're babies, small kitties, because they're cute, and when they start to grow up and reach maturity, all those wild behaviors come out. And then they end up in a sanctuary, or so then they don't know what to do with them. So, no. They also need lots of room to play and stretch their legs. They can't really live in a house. They're smart, so you have to make sure they can't escape.
Cheryl wants to know, does he purr like a house cat?
Yes. Small cats do purr, as I mentioned earlier, that small cats purr, big cats roar. The reason they purr is because of this bone in their throat is called the hyoid bone. In small cats, that bone is hardened, which allows them to purr. Big cats, it's more flexible, so they roar. Now, there are some people that are starting to claim that some of the cats, bigger cats, do purr, but it's not a true purr. They only make the noise on the exhale. And a purr just is a steady. And that's why the cougar and the cheetah are also considered a small cat, because they don't roar, they purr. Though they are as big as some of the big cats, they purr.
Does anyone have any questions? Hello, Joelle. What about any special markings on him that make him different?
He has those beautiful spots and the lines down the back of his neck. That is characteristic of a serval. Also, his tail has the black rings around it and ends with a little black tip there.
He's like, oh, you're looking at my tail?
In fact, his markings, well, we'll talk about some of his threats in the wild. Of course, we have loss of habitat, like all animals. Loss of habitat, hunters, poachers like them for their fur. They don't sell the fur as serval fur. Oh, he found it, yay.
So Julie, to give him something to do, she creates all kinds of different enrichment in here. So today she tied up all these little tubes around the trees and put stuff in them. So the stuff was a little mouse. Let's see if he does this.
This was a new enrichment for him, so it's taken him a little while to catch on, but he found it. I said he's smart. But anyhow, so their fur, poachers like their fur because they'll sell it claiming that it's a baby leopard or a baby cheetah fur because of the spots.
Hi, Adrian. Thanks for watching. Did he find it?
Not yet.
He smells it. He's looking.
It's a new enrichment. Yeah,
he's like, what?
Figured it out. I don't have it. Oh.
Hi, Lacey. Let's see. Oh, it's in there. I see it in there. Let's see if he...
Now, when things open back up here and we are offering tours again, we offer a thing called an animal encounter. Amongst the different animals you can encounter, Apothis is one. It's under the cat encounter, where you can meet Apothis here. He'll probably come over and drool on you and exfoliate your arms with his rough tongue. But you get to meet Apothis and our caracal, Nova, whom we met the other day. We also have other animals that you can do encounters with, like our sloths. What else, Gwen, can we do encounters with?
It just depends on the animals. So
Baby monkeys.
Echidna is another one that we do.
You can't have a plastic bag. That's
How many babies do serval females have?
bad. They can have like 4, or 5, but they normally only have 2 or 3. You gotta remember, they gotta try to feed these guys out there, so.
Hi, Amy. So Amy says, I wish I could love all over him. She has a Savannah. So why don't you tell people what a Savannah is? And just so you know, some people have Savannahs, but it is illegal to have Savannahs in Harris County.
Is it?
Yes. So you just have to know what your laws are depending where you live and what animals you can have legally. So a Savannah is we'll call it a hybrid.
Yeah, it's a serval mixed with a domestic cat. And they have different levels, F1 to F5, depending on if they're first generation, second generation, third. The first generation, the F1, has more of its, more genetically linked to the wild serval. And they get more and more domestic as you get to the F5s and whatnot.
Yeah, and just because they're sold like domestic doesn't mean they're going to act like a house cat. They can be just as wild and have we've met lots of people who've had them for pets, and they can be just as bad and actually have worse behaviors than a domestic house cat. So just know your animals.
Like I said, a lot of kittens are really cute and fun to play with, but when they start going through changes and go through puberty, a lot of their wild instincts will come out and their wild behaviors, especially our boys. Boys are very territorial, and they can turn into wildcats, not these sweet little pussy cats.
Apothis was neutered when he was young, so he doesn't have any of these crazy behaviors.
No, but he does like to mark still.
But yes.
Oh, here he is. Now this is what he'll do if you come to see him and spend some time with him. He'll usually come over and sniff you and drool on you and lick you. Yeah.
So we have like 2 more minutes if anyone else has any last questions. But I want to thank all of y'all for watching every day. That means a lot to us. And if you want to find out ways you can help us out during these times, it's not always a monetary thing. Yeah, we have things you can donate, like produce. You have stuff at home. Produce, it may not be quality that you eat. It could be that shriveled apple or those brown bananas. We have lots of animals that'll eat those looking things. And then boxes and like the scents that Julie was doing. And then there is a monetary way by PayPal or Venmo, and we have a GoFundMe page. So anything is great. When will tours resume? Asked Amy. Well, it's up to whenever they decide it's a safe time. Because the problem is here, our staff is small, and we have stayed away from people, try to stay very healthy because we have to take care of all these animals. And as you see, a lot of these animals, like primates, they can catch it as well. We might be the asymptomatic person and we don't want to, give it to other people or give it to our animals here. So we are following the rules and not letting anyone come on property until they say it's okay.
Yes, we're fortunate. We are considered essential workers.
He is determined.
Oh,
jackpot.
We are considered essential workers because animals have to eat. But like all businesses that are staying open, it's really created some hardships for us. These cats, we have to get about 300 pounds of carnivore meat a month, not to mention a couple hundred rodents. So we still have to feed our kids even if we're not. And all our money that comes in through tours, I'd like to say, goes to the care of our animals.
Cheryl asked,
Yes.
Cheryl asked, what is our Venmo name? It's TGR Exotics Wildlife Park. That's the Venmo. And if you go to our website and hit on the homepage, there's a green bar to the left, and it is like a COVID-19 thing. It actually has our Venmo thing on it with our QR code on it, so you can scan it.
He is a good boy.
But this is Apothis. He will be 18 in September. Thank you for joining us today.
Say goodbye.
Oh, and we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow it's Tracy, and of course it's Easter, so we have to do Easter bunnies. So we have some of the cutest bunnies ever, and they will be in a special little setting for our Easter. Hi, Katie. Hope all is well.